Good afternoon. What an exciting afternoon. I'd like to just extend our congratulations to all of our teachers. We are so very proud of you. If you would all join me in just giving our teachers a round of applause. The Newton County school system is so blessed to have so many wonderful teachers who face our students every single day. And before you, you see 23 of them. On behalf of the Newton County Board of Education, administration, and faculties of all schools, I welcome each of you to this reception honoring the Newton County School System's 2014-15 School Level Teachers of the Year. At this time, I would like to recognize our Board of Education members in attendance. Let me ask at this time if all of you would stand so that I can recognize you. First, we have Mrs. Abigail Coggin, who is our board chair and represents District 5. Yay. Mr. Almond Turner, who is our vice chair and represents District 4, and he sends his regards and congratulations. He is actually kicking off the Citizens Police Academy at this moment, so he's not able to be here. Mr. Stan Edwards, he represents District 1. Mr. Eddie Johnson, who represents District 2, and Mrs. Shaquila Henderson Baker, who is here and represents District 3. We have a fantastic board, very focused on student achievement and propelling our school system to be the very best that it can be. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the Newton County Chamber of Commerce and the Chamber Champions who are listed in your program. They sponsor each year our reception and awards program, so I'd like to give them a round of applause. We really appreciate them. Seated on the stage, and I've already referred to them, are the Newton County School System's 23 school-level teachers of the year. These men and women symbolize the excellence in teaching found in teachers throughout our system. Teaching is a very demanding profession, and recently it's become even more demanding than perhaps when we all went to school. It requires a lot of time and complete dedication to the children and to the work that they are charged to do. Throughout their careers, teachers have the ability to make an impression on hundreds of children. These teachers reap their rewards not from their salaries they earn, and they probably could all tell you that, but from their dedication to their students and the passion that they have for teaching and learning. I can assure you that the Newton County school system values the significant contributions made by all of our educators. Today, we are here honoring these 23 teachers who were selected by their peers to serve as their school's 2014-2015 Teacher of the Year, and thereby represent their school in the countywide 2016 Teacher of the Year program. Each teacher was evaluated in a process that's very similar to that used in selecting the Georgia Teacher of the Year. In fact, the educator who was announced this afternoon as Newton County's 2016 Teacher of the Year will submit his or her application to the Georgia Department of Education and represent our county in the state level competition. Both Newton County and the state of Georgia require that each candidate for Teacher of the Year be one who plans to continue in an active teaching status, inspires students of all backgrounds and abilities to learn, has the respect and admiration of colleagues, plays an active role and useful role in the community as well as in the school, is poised and articulate, and possesses the energy to withstand a taxing schedule. Our judges spent numerous hours reading essays, an additional 2 days interviewing each of the teachers, and 1 half day observing our 3 finalists. It takes a person who is committed and dedicated to our school system and our community to take time away from both their personal and work schedules to volunteer to be a Teacher of the Year judge. I would like to offer my sincere gratitude to the following 5 individuals. Judges, as I call your name, please stand. Mr. G.W. Davis. Mr. Davis is a retired principal of Mansfield Elementary School. Mr. Gladstone Nicholson, who is unable to be here this afternoon, is a Newton County real estate broker. Ms. Dina Sams. Ms. Sams is a Newton County School System Central Office employee. Mr. Ralph Staffens, who is back here, he is the president of the Newton County Chamber of Commerce. And Ms. Ashley Rickard, who is Newton County School System 2014 Teacher of the Year. I'd like to acknowledge and thank our judges. We appreciate each of our judges for assuming the challenging task of selecting our 2016 Teacher of the Year. Some of you may have realized or noticed that our 2015 Teacher of the Year, Mr. Kenneth Hansen from Indian Creek Middle School, is not on stage. Due to his family obligations, Mr. Hansen has accepted a job at another school district closer to his home. He was an excellent ambassador for the Newton County school system, and we wish him well in his new school district, and I expect that he'll be returning in the near future. True to her dedication and commitment to the Newton County school system, our 2014 Teacher of the Year, Ms. Ashley Rickard from Eastside High School, gladly offered to serve as a judge again this year. At this time, I would like to recognize Ms. Rickard, Newton County's 2014 Teacher of the Year, as our next speaker.
Good afternoon. As Ms. Fury explained, my name is Ashley Rickard, and I had the tremendous pleasure of representing our awesome school system as Newton County Teacher of the Year in 2014, and then the unique opportunity of being able to serve again until we pick our new candidate today, and we find that announcement. So I appreciate that, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. I want to take the opportunity to offer my most sincere gratitude to Ms. Fury and Dr. Lockhart, Ms. Buff, and the rest of the central office staff. But they would all be quick to tell you that our Director of Public Relations, Ms. Sherry Davis Vineyard, she's the one that executes this Teacher of the Year selection process, and it is no easy task. She clearly does a fantastic job, and this is an unforgettable experience and an unforgettable event, and so I don't think she gets enough credit. Thanks, Sherry. To the 23 Teachers of the Years representing all of our schools in Newton County, congratulations. I have thoroughly enjoyed the opportunity to read your thoughts in your application essays and then to hear your hearts in our interview process. Your passion and deep love for kids is inspiring on so many levels, and our community and our kids are incredibly blessed to have you here fulfilling your life's purpose. When I sat on this stage 2 years ago, I remember thinking and feeling that I was just so inadequate. I had the fewest years of service of all the other candidates that were on the stage at the time, and I was still fairly new to the school system. After meeting with you all several weeks ago, I know that there are many of you who are seated there who probably feel the same way. You don't have very many years of service in your mind, and then there are others who have spent decades in Newton County serving our children, and your life has been devoted to that. Either way, we are so grateful and thankful that you're here. Ultimately, I hope you all understand that years of service are largely inconsequential when it comes to teaching. The heart of a teacher is what matters most, and his or her determination to continue to do what's best for our students, despite whatever circumstance or hardship, that's what matters most. And so I thank you for your commitment to excellence. To our finalists, congratulations. I remember that feeling. It's a little awkward having people just sit and stare. Why can't they move you over there and let you sit with everybody else? Yeah, I understand. Congratulations, though. You guys are all so deserving of this. I really, truly admire your dedication. I'm proud to know you, and Newton County School System is so much better because of you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It's my pleasure to be here today. My name is Ralph Staffens. I am the president of the Newton County Covington Chamber of Commerce. Firstly, I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight. You can see them at the back of your brochure there tonight. They're the Chamber Champions. They believe in this program as much as we do at the Chamber. I'd also like to thank Kroger and Covington Ford. The Chamber has been a host for this program for many years. And it's because we value and recognize the best of the best in our school system, and all of these people represent that. The Chamber's main focus is improving quality of life here in Newton County, and that is to improve quality of life for all people. and there's no greater impact on someone's life than giving them the opportunity to a great education. The Chamber truly enjoys participating in the Teacher of the Year program because we know that education is the key to any successful community, and we truly believe our future is in each and every one of your classrooms. We're here to celebrate these 23 wonderful teachers tonight, but first I want to take a moment to thank Superintendent Samantha Fury, her entire administrative staff, especially Ms. Sherry Vineyard, and the school board members, so let's give them one last round of applause. This afternoon wouldn't be possible without them. I'm a product of the Newton County school system myself. I grew up knowing that our community had really good teachers. But after being a part of the selection committee for Teacher of the Year, I have no doubt in my mind that we have the greatest teachers this state has to offer. It is a true blessing to have been a part of the selection committee and to be part of the ceremony tonight. Every educator in the system deserves to be recognized as they mold our future and mold our community. We are fortunate here at the Newton County Chamber and in Newton County to have teachers that are seated on the stage. They have been chosen by their peers as the best of the best, as representatives for their school, their fellow teachers, and their profession. These 23 teachers don't just educate students. They mentor them, they nurture them, they inspire them to reach their full potential, but most of all, they love them. Before we announce the name of our 2016 Teacher of the Year, we'd like to take a moment to recognize each of Newton County's 2014-15 school-level Teachers of the Year for the outstanding job that they do and an important role that they play in all of our children's lives. We're going to call their names, they're going to step forward, and we're going to take pictures. So that just hold your applause until the end, and we'll give them a round of applause at the end. I want you to know, all the teachers, that your dedication and commitment to the Newton County school system, and more importantly to our children in this community, is greatly appreciated. First, we have Miss Lee Pickrell. She's with East Newton Elementary. Next, we have Miss Angie Dean with Fairview Elementary. You know, we can give them a round of applause. There's plenty of time. Come on, let's go. They deserve it. Next, we have Miss Allison Norman, Flint Hill Elementary. Next, Miss Donna Thompson, Herd Mixon Elementary. Miss Tarsha Williams, Live Oak Elementary. She brought the crowd tonight, didn't she? Mr. Winston Palmer, Livingston Elementary. Miss Vanessa Carter, Mansfield Elementary. Miss Leanne Gourlay, Middle Ridge Elementary. Miss Kimberly Wilbur, Newton County Theme School at Fickwick. Miss Brittany Temples, Oak Hill Elementary. Miss Tamika Clark, Porterdale Elementary. Miss Roxanne Hayes, Rocky Plains Elementary. Mrs. Andra Mapp, West Newton Elementary. Miss Denise Walker, Clements Middle School. Miss Terry Bodicher, Cousins Middle School. Miss Courtney Randall, Liberty Middle School. Miss Sandra Black, Veterans Memorial Middle School. Mr. Michael Poore, Eastside High School. Miss Mariner Goddard, Newton High School. And Miss Kimberly Patillo, Newton College and Career Academy. Now our next group looks a little more nervous, but that's okay. First, these are our top 3 finalists. We're going to call you out in alphabetical order. Miss Amanda Angulo. Miss Kristen Bagwell, Alcovey High School. And she brought the cheerleaders. And Mr. Bo Holder, South Salem Elementary School. And let's give Debbie Harper, our membership director, a round of applause. What a great honor. You all are awesome, and it's been great to get to know each and every one of you. I would ask that each finalist stand when I call his or her name and introduce them to the audience. As stated earlier, they will be introduced in alphabetical order. First, we have Miss Amanda Angulo. Miss Amanda always wanted to be a teacher, but life somehow got in the way. She began her career in a hospitality and nursing center in human resources and obtained her Bachelor's of Science degree in business administration from Shorter College in 1997 by attending weekend and night classes. It didn't take her long, however, to realize that human resources was not all that it cracked up to be. As a result, she made an important career change and accepted a job in middle school clinic in Gwinnett County. She simultaneously began classes at Mercer University and was later hired on as a provisional certificate by Newton County School System in 1997. Her first teaching assignment was at Indian Creek Middle School, where she remains at this day. Having earned her master's in education in middle grade science, math, and social studies in 2000. Miss Amanda also taught social studies, reading, science, and math during her career. This year, she teaches seventh grade science. In addition to teaching, community service is also very important to Ms. Angulo. And as a result, she is actively involved in both the Newton County community where she teaches and in Loganville where she resides. Ms. Angulo volunteered to coach both the dance team and step team at Indian Creek Middle School for several years and has also served as a teacher and later coordinator of the school's after-school academic program. She also volunteered her time for the Loganville High School Soccer Booster Club and was the school's band booster vice president for 2 years. For the past 5 years, she has also been employed by Impact Counseling to provide the much-needed counseling to teenagers who have been assigned to probation officers. She visits their homes and counsels the teens and their families on conflict management, communication, and life skills. One experience she found extremely rewarding was being a foster parent. Even though her foster daughter is now an adult, she still considers her to be her mom. In her essay, Ms. Angulo wrote, "I believe that teaching is an art. The educator must know his or her subject and be a lifelong learner, as well as to inspire the students. Yet the most important part has to be the ability to reach the students and make a connection with them on a personal level so that they will know that you can teach them. They have to know how much you care about them. There's so much more to teaching than teaching a subject. It's an art of building relationships with everyone involved and then working every day to help the students become more knowledgeable about the world and the people in it. One of my very best friends," she continued, "told me, if you touch just one life and change it for the better, you've done more than most people will do in a lifetime." She hung close to those words and made it a point to reach as many lives as she could. She says, "I try hard every day to be a positive force. I know sometimes I come up wanting, but I give it all I got every day. I try to make the students laugh as we learn, and I learn from them as well. I let them know how much they can teach me. My classroom is a two-way street. I tell every student in my class that they can do anything they want to do, and I expect great things from them. I try and make sure that I have individual conversations as often as possible so that they know I mean what I say. Congratulations on being named a finalist for the Newton County Teacher of the Year." Next, we have Ms. Kristen Bagwell. Ms. Bagwell also began her teaching career in Newton County. She was hired as a literature teacher at Alcovey High School in 2012 and has worked there ever since. She has taught literature and composition, American literature and composition, SAT prep, and tools for college success at Alcovey. In addition to her teaching duties, Ms. Bagwell has served as the school's 9th grade literature and composition content leader and later the English Language Arts Department chair. She was also selected English Language Arts High School Content Specialist for Newton County. She has served as a mentor to new teachers and has taken on the role of college and career readiness teacher leader at Alcovey. Ms. Bagwell has also been chosen to participate in Emerging Leaders Endorsement Program through Griffin RESA. Ms. Bagwell earned her Bachelor's of Arts in English and a Bachelor of Science in English Education from the University of Georgia in 2012. She is on course to complete her Master's of Education degree and reading endorsement from Georgia Southern University in December. While attending UGA, Ms. Bagwell learned the importance of giving back to the community through service learning classes. She tutored and mentored students at an alternative school in Athens, Clarke County, helping them complete courses, develop job skills, and set goals for the future. She also mentored and tutored children in a mostly Hispanic community through a program at Pine Woods Library. She worked with students in kindergarten and first grade and assisted them with completing their homework assignments, reviewed their daily coursework with them, and created enrichment activities to continue their learning. She continued her community service after college by volunteering to assist the Red Bulls Global Rally Cross event at Atlanta Motor Speedway. She has also volunteered as an adult special education at these holiday events in the local community and prepared breakfast and snack items for the homeless in Atlanta. In her essay, Ms. Bagwell wrote, At the beginning of each year, most times on the first day of school, I explain to my students that my classroom is a loving classroom environment. And I go on to explain to them that this means that we, myself included, work together to achieve greatness, even through the hard times. We love each other, even if that means we don't agree with each other or even like each other. But in our classroom, we respect each other and each other's beliefs and opinions. Every year, they laugh at the notion of a loving classroom environment because it is a rather elementary phrase. But throughout the year, they come back to this idea and support each other in ways that continue to shock me. In addition to the loving classroom environment, I create a safe classroom, which means that we, again myself included, make mistakes. Some teachers attempt to be perfect in front of their students and make sure that they know the answer to every question, if in reality they don't know the answer. By not making mistakes, this is not the type of teacher that I am. While I have respect for my students as being an educator who is specialized in teaching, my students see me make mistakes, whether it's in spelling or grammar or having to look up different information. I believe that it is important that students become lifelong learners. And because I believe this, I want my students to see that I am a lifelong learner through the pursuit of advanced degrees or simply by learning from mistakes. Congratulations, Ms. Bagwell, on being named a finalist for Newton County Teacher of the Year. Mr. Bo Holder. Mr. Holder is a lifelong resident of Newton County, and after college he came back home to start his teaching career here in Newton County School System. He was hired as a teacher at South Salem Elementary School in 2010 and has been teaching there ever since. Mr. Holder teaches third grade this year, but has also taught fourth and fifth grades in years previous. He has served as lead academic teacher in science and mathematics and currently serves as team leader for his grade level at South Salem. Mr. Holder earned his bachelor's degree in early childhood education from LaGrange College in 2010 and is currently working on a Master's of Arts degree in mathematics from Western Governors University. Serving his hometown community is very important to Mr. Holder, and he does so by focusing on children who live right here in Newton County. He dedicates much of his time to his school's How to Become a Gentleman club. Boys in this club often don't have adult male role models in their life, so Mr. Holder serves in this capacity. The group meets weekly with individual check-ins as needed, and at the end of the program, Mr. Holder takes the young boys to a How to Be a Gentleman dinner at the Oaks Golf Course, where the students have the opportunity to show off the refined skills that they have learned in a public setting. In addition to the club, Mr. Holder also created the South Salem tradition of Tie Tuesday, where all students and staff are invited to wear a tie, or in the case of the girls, a hair bow. This will instill a manner of self-respect, responsibility, and ambition in these students. Although he is an elementary school teacher, Mr. Holder hasn't limited his volunteer efforts to the younger boys and girls in our community. He previously served as an assistant basketball coach at Newton High School, as well as a head coach of the school's 9th grade and junior varsity teams. His plan is to continue his efforts to be a role model for others at his school and in the Newton County community. In his essay, Mr. Holder wrote, "My greatest contribution to education is serving my community and bettering the students that one day become active citizens. In no other career does one get the same opportunity to directly affect the future as does a teacher. I enjoy knowing that I am part of a long chain of teachers that my student will come across in their academic career. As years pass and students grow into young adults, I run across students from years past, and I cannot help but gush with pride. To see them mature, both mentally and intellectually, is always astounding. I feel like current and former students are my own, and I want to see them succeed however they want to in life. In no way can I take the credit for the success of my students, but knowing my contribution plays a role in the development of a child is the best way I know how to contribute to our society. My best accomplishment in education is self-satisfaction I get from productive days of teaching. This may sound more simple and easy to execute, but I assure you it is not. All teachers know the struggle of getting students on board and having lesson plans go as planned. Illnesses arrive, students bicker, technology fails, and random occurrences interrupt perfectly planned days. However, when those successful days do occur and everything falls into place, look out. Having the feeling of fulfillment after a day of lessons when firing on all cylinders is a thrill to be witnessed. Knowing students were engaged and benefit from lessons throughout the day is truly addictive. Congratulations, Mr. Holder, on being named a finalist of Teacher of the Year. All right, let's take a moment and let's really get behind these teachers and give them the loudest round of applause so far. Congratulations to all three of you. Now, before I announce the name of our 2016 Teacher of the Year, I'd like to tell you what this finalist and our Teacher of the Year will receive. Thanks to the generosity of our Chamber champions, whose names are listed in the programs, our winner and two runners-up will each receive a crystal vase. Our Teacher of the Year will also receive 1 dozen roses and a check for $1,000. For several years now, the Kroger Company has also provided gifts for our three finalists. This year, each of our runners-up will receive a $250 Kroger gift card, with the winner receiving a $500 Kroger gift card. The Kroger Company has also donated a gift basket that everybody can see here on the stage for all three finalists. And not to be left out, after a nearly 2-decade tradition, Covington Ford will provide the Newton County School System Teacher of the Year with a free car for 3 months. At this time, I would like to read excerpts from the essay of the Newton County School System's 2016 Teacher of the Year, who will represent our school system throughout the state of Georgia in the competition to be Georgia's Teacher of the Year. So I quote their essay. At the end of the day, my greatest contribution to or accomplishments in education are my students. They are why I arrive at school early every morning and why I stay late most days and why I work on weekends. I want my kids to succeed and know that someone cares about them like my teachers cared for me. Mostly, though, I want them to know that they can do anything they want to in this world. The personal satisfaction I receive from teaching students is without a doubt unsurpassed by any other job or career. Through their classroom, teachers change the world, and I am proud to be a world changer. At this time, I'd like to ask Ms. Harper to come forward to present the flowers and a check for $1,000 to the Newton County School System 2016 Teacher of the Year. From Alcovey High School, Ms. Kristen Bagwell. Congratulations. Now I'd like to introduce a longtime supporter of the Newton County Teacher of the Year program, a good friend of mine, Mr. Matt Crow from Covington Ford.
Hope everybody's doing good tonight. I've been doing this for like 20 years, and I think last year, the year before, and this year, everybody's sitting there looking to see who's going to break first, and it's like stone cold. Nobody's blinking. Nobody knows until it's called out, which I think is great. A couple people came up to me tonight and said this is the first time in several years I've been on the stage without a cast or a crutch or a brace or a wheelchair. But thank you, Terry, for picking up my slack. Life's about choices. Choices is a word that is often overlooked, but it's one of the most powerful words that we have. My daughter Mackenzie and I speak about life-changing choices that can end good. Some choices can end bad. And I hope each of your students here today has the opportunity to hear my daughter speak her message at some point in time in the next few years. But life's also about the smaller choices, the choices we take for granted, the choices that are often overlooked. Life's about the choices that are made in the classroom every day. 20 years ago, when I was in first grade in physics, I'm kidding, 45 years ago when I was in first grade in penmanship, my first grade teacher, Miss Banks, I remember her very well. I remember how she would come up to me, and even though you couldn't make out my cursive, she would tell me what a great job I did. I remember Miss Stanton, my second grade teacher, how she would say what a great job I was doing in arithmetic. I remember my fifth grade teacher, Miss Harwell, that I was the teacher's pet. You know, I was thinking that everybody in the class was her teacher's pet, but in reflection, it's the only grade that I ever made straight A's, so I think I was her teacher's pet. But my point is, it's the little things, it's the little choices and little things that are done every day in the classroom for every child that matters so much. It's what defines us. It's what makes us who we are. These people up here have figured that out. The choices they make every day has landed them to be the best of the best in their schools and the best in the county. I can't say enough how proud I am of each and every one of you for your accomplishment today. With that being said, I would like to present the keys to a 2015 Ford Mustang. If you want to come up, we'll...
Okay, before I ask Ms. Bagwell to come up and say a few words, we want to present the Crystal Awards and Kroger gift cards to our two runners-up in alphabetical order. The competition this year was extremely close, and having served as a judge myself, I can tell you that we truly believe that each of these three finalists were outstanding teachers and representatives for their school and for our community. Each one of them would have made an excellent ambassador for our school system. So if we could, will y'all come up and receive your Miss Angulo from Indian Creek Middle School, and Mr. Bo Holder from South Salem Elementary School. We congratulate both of you for the tremendous honor of not only being named a Teacher of the Year at your school, but also one of the three finalists for Newton County Teacher of the Year. I'd like to ask everyone to join me in giving them both a much-deserved round of applause. And now it's with great honor that I'd like to give our new Teacher of the Year, Kristen Bagwell, a chance to say a few words to the teachers, administrators, faculty members, and community that she will now represent as the Newton County School System 2016 Teacher of the Year.
This is such an honor that I really can't put it in words. I've always wanted to be a teacher, and I'm just blessed that Newton County has given me the opportunity to do that. I received a great education at UGA that put me to be where I could support the kids in this county and help them be better people and help them be prepared for the world that they're going to enter. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Thank you, Jason. Thanks, all of my family. Thank you, guys.
nerve-wracking, waiting until we find out who our 2016 Teacher of the Year is. Congratulations to our top 3 finalists. We are absolutely so proud of you, and congratulations to all of our Teachers of the Year. You absolutely make us proud. You are just the cream of the crop, and we are so thankful that you are in our school system. On behalf of the Newton County School System, I'd like to congratulate Ms. Kristen Bagwell, our new Teacher of the Year, and we wish you well in your state competition. Mrs. Bagwell will be an excellent representative for our school system in the year to come. In addition, I would like to extend my sincere congratulations to all of our Teachers of the Year. The fact that your peers chose you to represent your school shows the faith they have in your abilities and the respect they have for you as an educator. This is an achievement for which you can be extremely proud. This concludes our program today, and we hope that you will all stay for the reception. There are cookies and punch in the hallway just outside the auditorium. Teachers of the Year should remain on the stage for photos, and don't forget to pick up your Peace Lily or Mum, depending upon which sticker you have on the back of your program. Thank you all for being here this afternoon to support our magnificent Teachers of the Year.